Hey, Spectrum, Alliance, it's me, Spectrum, coming to a video. In this video, I am combining more of my MHA Elementals and Golems together, and I set up a future video along with it in my Zuka Midoriya part. In this video, I am combining Tokiyami's, both versions of Tokiyami, then, if I remember correctly, Koda. So Tokiyami, Koda, then Izuku, then Froppy. Now, roll intro, and let's get into this video. Let's go! Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, I just got done making some more creatures, and these are more elemental golems. I have spent some time working on these to try to make them a little less chaotic or whatever. First one we're looking at has two descendants that are known as the Dark Shadow Summoning Golem and the Dual Fire Spirit Fire Elemental. Sorry. Ugh. Like its ancestor, like its descendants, it has the ability to summon some type of spirit. But like the fire elemental, it is a fire elemental golem. It has the main body of it, but it doesn't have that face. That face that the fire elemental has is actually a mutation because of the other spirit in its body. And another fact from that is the fact that the rock has a little point to it. This guy is similar to the French one on the count that it has crystals for hands, but unlike its its descendants, it doesn't summon a dark creature. It more or less is able to control fire, but due to the fact that it's using some little black magic in there, the black magic grew, causing the fire to actually cool down a little because it was sapping energy from the fire into where the red rock turned more of a grayish color and the fire turned into more of a rock, creating the Dark Shadow rock. The Dark Shadow crystal golem we know of today. Like its other descendant, it has 3 clawed fire toes, and other than that, nothing really on about it. Now, character design wise, I was more pulling from the design of my Tokiyami fire elemental than I was from my golem version of him. The reason why is because I had more to work with the elemental other than the fire from the golem. I threw in the crystals in there because, you know, that's what it is, and I couldn't really think of a way, and I didn't, well, more or less I actually didn't really know how to put in the fire in there, but I just put in there the fact that it uses some dark magic, which is true for the Tokiyami creatures. Now, let's get to the next one. Okay, this next one is actually a little different. It is a water elemental, and its two descendants are, give me a second, where on Earth? Oh yeah, its water elemental's descendant is the water voice. That one, for the record, it has water connecting, its upper arms are connecting to its main body via water, and the other parts are made of water as well. Mainly the neck, the upper waist, and then the upper legs are made of water as well. It's a very powerful creature, but its other descendant is the Animator Crystal Golem. It has a crystal on its head, and just like its descendant, has 2 crystals on either arm. Well, 1 crystal on either arm, total of 3 crystals total. This one has the ability to somewhat control the animals it talks to, but mostly uses the little crystals to actually communicate through it a lot better. But also the fact that no one really knows why, but the mouth guard on it is actually weird. It has the same eye pattern as the Golem ancestor, and it actually has a yellow eye. But the mouth guard of it is actually ice. It's some type of magical ice that won't melt or anything like that. Now, it is, like I already stated, relatively strong, but it is known to be spotted in modern day. There's only around a few thousand of these things still around. They mostly live in mountains near water. Okay, design-wise, these were a little easier to come up with, but they still required a little bit of designing. The pose I went for was a simple pose, just my standard arms to the side, standing straight up pose. No, I used my other standard pose. The standing up with one arm out and one arm upwards. It's a simple pose, but I really like it. It's a little different from what I usually do. It's one of the 2 earth golems, 2 of the crystal golems I have for today. The other one was the Midoriya one. That was a little fun to combine. Back to this one, I kind of debated whether or not what kind of background to put in, but after a little bit I just decided that the rock idea was a little easy, because I was looking at some other pictures and I saw that some water elementals were near water, so I decided to throw that in there. Let's get to the next one. I just wanted to say that I hope y'all are enjoying this video, and next video, I am hoping I can make some of those more drag elementals, more of my drag elementals, because that was a little fun to make. And sorry this video is coming out a little late. I wasn't really looking forward to thinking about making a video today. And it's a weekend. I usually take a few days off. Well, let's continue. Let's go. Okay, this next one we're looking at is a very, very, very powerful one. Its 2 descendants are the Crackling Crystal Energy Golem, and the other one is the Stone Power Earth Elemental. This elemental golem is relatively tall, clocking in around 10 feet tall and weighing around 5 tons. The thing might seem relatively slim in younger years, but when it gets older, it is a very, very powerful creature. At young ages, it has relatively small crystals on its knees, small crystal hair, and small crystal protrusions from either side of its lower arms. It has, like its like the Crackling Crystal Ancestor, it has some type of weird mutation on the lower legs where they're poking out a little. But also, that rock is also denser, like its Stone Power Elemental Ancestor. And very similar to them, it can create energy from the crystals to enhance its strength pretty much 100-fold than already. And these creatures' brute strength without any of the crystal magic is already strong enough to break through about a 20-foot thick piece of concrete and just pretty much just shatter and turn to rock. Now, full power hit from one of these things has been known to completely vaporize entire hilltops And these hills, I'm talking around 100 feet wide, well, technically closer to half a mile wide, and about a mile up. And they're completely gone. The dirt is literally launched all across the world from how strong these things are. There are some stronger ones, and if I remember correctly, I've actually seen one of these things fight up against a very similar one, a very similar creature, another elemental golem with the ability to break down the area around it and either use it on itself or create bigger and bigger, either make clones, upgrade itself, or make spikes or something like that. But I also remember seeing someone come in and help it. And if I remember correctly, that was a human from another dimension. From another world, anyways. And that happened only, like, 2 days ago. Relatively recent. And that is very impressive and a little scary. Also, it has the lower arms are connected to the main body via crystals, and same thing with upper torso. Connected to the legs and all that via crystals as well. Now, let's go to the next one I'm going over today. Okay, the last one I'm going over today is a relatively interesting one. Its two ancestors are the Leaping Golem and Leaping Fire Elemental. This is known as the Leaping Fire Golem. The reason why it's called that is because it's pretty much a leaping golem with some fire aspects thrown in. Like its descendant, the leaping golem, it can create rocks that are relatively sticky and can stretch out and stick stuff and bring stuff toward it. But it actually has fire in between each rock, because one rock can only go around 50 meters before having to shoot out a flame in order to catch on to the next rock. The thing's relatively powerful. Trust me, caramba. No human will want to get on the receiving end of one of those punches. And like its leaping fire descendant, it actually has a weakness to extreme heat. Now that is weird because fire elementals, crying out loud. It's mostly near water actually, in order to keep itself cool. And usually in the winter, or if it overheats itself, mostly in the summer, or if it overheats itself, it goes into hibernation, for crying out loud. That is relatively weird. It has 3 sticky pads on each hand. And it has 3 claws. Total of 9 because of the feet as well. And they're relatively good climbers and all that. They can also excrete a fire that can release a very nauseous and very poisonous gas. To whoever breathes it in can be either knocked out or killed if it's potent in enough area. Okay, and neither of its ancestors have that ability, except for maybe the leaping golem. But I designed it not to, because that thing was way too overpowered. Okay, character design wise, relatively simple. I wanted to do a different pose, but didn't really have enough time for it. Also, I wasn't able to do a character talk over the last one because I was setting up a next for future video idea. And this one is going to be a relatively interesting story. But let's continue what I was saying. This one is well, I wasn't able to go, like I was saying, I wasn't able to do the character thing for the last one. Simple pose. I really like the design. It's actually one of my personal favorites for today. But that's all I got for today. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, subscribe to either on Spike Streamer or to Monster Alliance. Goodbye and peace out.